Hi guys, welcome to Beyond the Party. My name's Beth.
I'm Lucy.
And today we have a guest, Sada, the CEO at D&S Party Tents.
Hello.
So today we're going to ask you some questions and go over some bridal show stuff we did and the Wedding MBA show. So let's get started. So we know that you were a teacher before.
Yep.
But where did you work and what classes did you teach?
So I worked at Adams Friendship Elementary School. I actually started at Castle Rock, but then it closed. So the Adams Friendship School District. I started in special ed, and then I went to grades 4th and 5th grade. And then I ended in math intervention and coaching. So I worked with small groups of kids teaching math who struggled, and then worked with teachers teaching them the new concepts in math that were coming out. And then I ended again back in special ed. So 15 years.
Did you think you were going to be in math, or did you like reading more? Or...
I really had a passion for reading, but it just wasn't going to work with where things were, so I ended up going in math.
Yeah.
Did you ever see yourself being part of a business like D&S Party Tent Rentals?
As for like tenting, no. David always had this entrepreneur attitude. When we were in college, he owned his own lawn mowing business, and then he moved it into snow blowing also in La Crosse. So there were lots of city lawns and stuff, which was really great because when we bought our house, we had all the equipment. And then when we moved here, he actually did still do some lawns in like Baraboo and the Dells, but then it just got kind of busy when we had kids. So, and then I guess we had always kind of I was kind of always looking to get out of teaching, only because when the kids were little, especially when we had 2 of them in daycare at a time, like my whole check went to daycare. So it was like, why am I working when I could be at home? Yeah. So we looked at things like making wine. David was like, thought that would be kind of cool. And then he made his own countertops. So in our house, we have our cement countertops. And he did that for like 3 or 4 other people. But people don't want to pay for the amount of labor that goes into it.
Right.
And they're pretty intensive work. So
we have our whole kitchen done.
Yeah, our whole kitchen's done. I love them. He wants to redo them. And I'm like, don't touch them. I love them.
That's funny.
Yeah, so.
Oh, yeah. So, now that you do own D&S, what do you do?
So, yeah, now because I have wonderful people in the office like these ladies and Katie, it's changed a lot. So I basically focus on payroll and Digger's Hotline, which is quite intensive. In the summer with all our rentals. I'm certified, so I can do it on the computer easily. I used to have to spend like 2-3 hours on the phone with them. Got to know each other very well. But yeah, so that takes a lot of time, and then scheduling and getting like all the crews to which jobs and who's going to work on the crews and trucks and trailers that are going to go with them. And so that's always a big chore.
You just go ahead.
David and I actually did the scheduling when we first started together, and we had this map of Wisconsin and we would put pins in them for colors. So we'd put red pins for pickups, and we'd put green pins for setups, and then the white pins were like just a table and chair rental, so they were quick things. And by the time like we were there, it was like there was like 40 some pins on there, and I'm like, okay, this isn't. No. So now I just do it on the computer and like color code and just do it, and it works better. But I do have a really cool picture of one of them with all these pins all over Wisconsin.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
That's cool. It's kind of neat to see all the jobs that you do on the map like that, but I don't think all the pins would fit anymore.
Probably not.
Yeah, we'd have to have a massive Wisconsin map.
5 by 5 feet.
Yeah, exactly. Just so you can, because there's so many sometimes jobs in such a small area. So
yeah,
I remember as a kid, you guys would, when you were doing it, and we'd like couldn't bother you because you guys were like so focused on
Yeah.
doing it and you didn't want to mess anything
Yep.
up. And
It was like a Saturday or Sunday thing that we would sat down and did together, and
it'd usually be later at night, so
Yeah,
us kids
sometimes.
weren't really.
Yeah, or earlier in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we had our own things to do.
Yeah.
So at one point you were juggling your work job through the school and D&S. How did that go?
Yeah.
How did you make that work?
It's crazy. Very crazy. Yeah, so when it got really busy with D&S, I was thankfully in special ed or math intervention. So a lot of that stuff has to be, your work is done at school. You don't have as much like grading papers as a regular ed teacher. So that was a good thing because I would literally come home from work and sit at the computer, and then supper, sometimes I would help make it, or sometimes David would make it. And then eat with the family and then go right back to the computer. And I'd be on the computer till like midnight, 1 o'clock working on D&S stuff. And it was a lot, very much a lot. And then when I quit both jobs, that last year, I basically told David and our financial advisor, there's no way I can't do this anymore. Like, I was almost in tears because it was just so much stress. I was like afraid something was going to happen to me if I kept going at that rate.
Yeah.
So then when we quit, David and I ended up quitting both our 7th year. We jumped all in because it was either that or scale back. And who wants to scale something back that they build? I would be a full-time crew member. So I was on the crew all day and the office stuff. So, I mean, I was still double dutying everything, but I would at least take my laptop, which is never as good as your big computer.
No.
Right.
On to every rental. So while the guys were driving, I was always working or taking phone calls and emailing and then coming home and working. I never loaded any of the trailers because I needed to have that time to
Work on
it. Yeah.
Yep.
It's way better now. It's way
So
better.
much
I actually have a life now.
She's happier.
Yeah, I'm not crabby anymore. You can ask the kids. It's a way different person.
It's just, it's so different. Just actually being able to like talk to you at night and you not being like so busy and stuff.
Yeah.
It's good.
And I'm not short. Like, well, no, short-tempered. Like, I know I was short when you guys would.
You were still good, but like we understood. But it's just still better now.
Yeah,
it's better for your health.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good stuff.
So, what's your favorite thing about D&S?
Being able to work with your family, because when the kids were little and we did it, like they went on like every job with us. Like when we first started, it was completely just our immediate family, and so it was like we would work and get money, but we were always still together. Right. So that was like probably the best thing. And that's, I think, why it made a go of it, because we weren't like, we were working separate jobs. So, but when we would come and do D&S, we were all still together. Right. And so that made it better. Now it's just the fact that you built something. I mean, that's pretty cool. And that it took off and that we get to employ amazing people and, not just us, supporting our family, but we've given out 4 full-time year-round contracts, which is pretty amazing and exciting to be able to do that. Like, it makes you feel like you're very successful to be able to do something like that.
Right. Yeah. So how many full-time people did you have last year?
Last year, well, we really only had 1 hired, but we had, you kind of worked with school, but you were on leave, so we kind of didn't pay her regular wage because she was through school. And she was every other day. And then we had one other one that kind of joined our team kind of like in October. And he was able to do a lot of the welding and a lot of other projects. So he kind of almost had a full-time job to some degree. Not like this year's that he'll be here every day though.
So last week you guys were at the MBA show.
Yes.
What is the MBA show?
So it's basically like this huge wedding convention in Las Vegas. And it's for like everybody that is a part of weddings. So vendors, photographers, DJs, florists, the the rentals, even though they didn't specifically have rental stuff or categories, we were able to fit in, like I went in the venue category and
stuff.
yeah, so she was in the planning parts. And then you go there and you have like seminars and you have lots of classes and you can learn a lot. We learned a lot of stuff. And then there's vendors there that like sell stuff for weddings, or there were a lot of different cool vendors that we got to see.
Yeah. So what did you guys go early, or did you guys get there the first day of the show?
So the first day started on Tuesday, but there wasn't a whole lot there. And actually, it was the only day we could get red e-bikes, which was recommended by Katie, and it was fabulous. So shout out to red e-bikes if you're ever in Vegas and want to do something outside of like the city. They come pick you up at your hotel, and then they take you out to Red Rock Canyon, and you get to ride e-bikes for like 17 miles through the terrain of the.
Was it difficult?
No, not at all. It was the easiest thing I've ever done, like outdoorsy, like to go look at the views. It was so easy.
Easier than walking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so we had there are a lot of older people with us, and the one guy actually had both his knees and hips replaced like pretty recently in like the last couple of years, and they were super helpful, and they like showed him how to like tip the bike over and step over it like with it tipped over, so he didn't have to lift his leg up so high. And it was just, he was able to do it. He passed with flying colors. Yeah. It was really good.
He said it took him a little bit to get going because he hadn't ridden a bike for a long time, but by the end he was doing really good. Yeah. He was actually, he started as like the last people to come in, but by the end he was like in the first group. Yeah. So yeah, it was fun. And they like talk about it. They give you information about like the rock formations and lots of climbers that go there. And
there's so many.
Yeah. And you stop like every 10 to 15 minutes and to do the lookouts and take pictures. And
one thing we learned while we were on this ride was that we were there during tarantula mating season.
Oh, yeah. And you know Beth, she does not like spiders.
Did you see any?
Thank God, no. I was so scared, and they told us this halfway through. So
you should have seen her face. She's like,
my God.
He's like, so if we see him, we'll stop and look at him. And she's like,
I was like, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gone. Oh no, that was not no. So guys, don't go during November if you don't like spiders.
Although we did have perfect weather. The guy said he's never worn shorts and a t-shirt in November, and we were in shorts and t-shirts.
Yeah. So it was really
nice. Yeah, we did.
And then the show. So we went to the show then on Wednesday, and that was the first day we went to classes too. And we got there about 9 o'clock.
I think that's when the first one started.
And our first one was an AI seminar.
We did the first one together.
Yep. And then we split off after. Yep. So it was just a lot of like how the first one was a lot of how you like used like ChatGPT or like other AI systems to like find information about your business, or just even figuring things out to like for marketing.
It's kind of just your basic one of how you can use AI to help. But there was AIs out there that I didn't even know you could use.
Oh yeah, I've got a whole list.
Yeah, like different, like ChatGPT, but they work better to do different things.
Yeah, right.
So that was interesting.
It was very interesting. And then, which one did you split off to after?
I don't know. Right after that, I don't know. But I mean, I did some like, a lot of AI stuff, did a little bit with, just like social media and stuff, but you did mainly those.
Yeah.
And then I did some with like a team building, like how to build your team, which would have been great probably for me to hear 8 years ago, but I think we have a pretty awesome team right now. But it just basically was like, you can't do it all yourself, so you need to hire people, like that kind of stuff. And then I did go to one that had she was that had a guest speaker at it that does like exercises and gets people motivated.
Mhm.
And so she came in the room and got us all like hyped up and everything. And then I seen her post later on because I followed her on Instagram with the speaker, and terrible that I can't remember her name right. I was going to look it up. But then I commented on her post, and now we've been talking about different things about,
That's cool.
exercise and fitness and different stuff.
That's
so, yeah.
So, what was your guys' favorite booth, and like what was there to offer for you guys to see for booths?
My favorite was the flower preservation.
Mine too.
It was so cool. They had like they made a whole table with it, and
Mhm.
it was wood like on both sides, and
Mhm.
then they had like a kind of like a river going through it of their flowers, and it was just so pretty.
It was so pretty. Yeah.
And they make picture frames and coasters, or even just little boxes you can display.
Yep, bookends.
And it was, oh, they're so amazing. And so one was Wild Coast Flower Preservations, and the other was Keepsake Flower Preservations. And there's not a lot of people that do it, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
But they were so amazing, and I feel like everybody would do something.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, check out our website. We're going to put that information on there. We actually even handed it out to one of our past brides last night.
Yes, we did.
Yep. So you don't have to have your bouquet and send it in.
Mhm.
Like, you can send pictures, or if you have your bouquet, I think they'll take it. But they actually replicate the flowers that are in it so that they're fresh looking.
Mhm.
And they're just super amazing. And they did make bracelets to be given out, and I'm so disappointed that we did not get Katie and Lucy a bracelet.
Yeah, we're so dumb.
But it's so hard because you're like, you don't want to be like, oh, you have free stuff, give me all of it, like, because they're so.
But they're pretty.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. And it's like they do it in like not epoxy, but what do you call the resin? So they're poured in like resin
and. So say you are a past bride, like my mom thought they were really cool, but nobody, when she got married, did that.
Yeah.
They will take a picture from your wedding, and they will replicate your both. Okay. Then too. And I think that's awesome. Like,
that is
you
pretty
could do
cool.
like make it as an anniversary gift or something.
Right. Yeah.
Stuff,
that's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was definitely one of our favorites too. So we'll have their information out there. We did check out some photo booths because we do get asked for that.
And I posted a video we took with one of them, so go check that out on our
Yep,
page.
it was a 3D, so it circles around you. We had fun with that. It took us a while, and the videos, it's still like, as it goes around you, it kind of changes your middle, so you're not like, you got to kind of get used to it.
Curve to
yeah. Yep, but it was pretty. The videos are pretty neat, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
You get a lot of giggles.
Yes, we did. Lots.
And they had like another one that was like a mirror, like it was just a big mirror, and then it had the screen in the middle.
Yep.
And it would take like loop pictures, so it would, like videos, and it would record you, and then it would like reverse it, like those kind of loops.
Yeah,
it's kind of fun too. And they had like little like, the actual sit down photo booths where you get like the string of photos.
Yeah.
They had one of those too. And
did you guys do that?
So they just sent them on your phone there, just because that's way too many people.
Yeah.
It's like 1,000 people or even more.
Probably more.
But we did them.
And then they had some like old fashioned looking ones, like the old when it first came out, and they were like on the wooden tripod, and it has the big box. Like, they had some that were even like that. We didn't try those ones out.
Yeah,
but
there's too many.
There were
so many different places that had photo booths.
Yeah,
right.
Yep.
It was a lot of fun.
And then there was the telephone booth that was kind of cool. Where
you know those phones where you like record like
your
messages for your guest book. Yeah.
And it was like this. It was fabric, but like you can buy the the phone booth. So when you go in, it actually looks like you're in a phone booth.
Oh, that's cool.
And it actually didn't look bad, like being fabric. It looked pretty real.
Yeah, it did. It did. And then we went to Shivari Chairs, which is one of our vendors that we've worked with the past. Like, our fruitwood chairs came from them, and our crossbacks and stuff. And we walk in there. They have new dance floor pieces. And so I just seen it in their catalog and they had the tiniest picture of them. But I was like, oh, I hope they have them there because we wanted to check them out. And they did. So I was talking to a lady and it ended up being the CEO of the company, which was like,
it was crazy.
Yeah. And so she's like, oh, because I said, well, we order a lot of stuff and I usually go through Alex, but we wanted to see your dance floors. And she's like, oh, I'm going to email him right now. And she gets on her phone. She's like, hi, Alex. I'm with your beautiful customers, Beth and Sada from D&S Party Tents. Send them samples of our dance floor. So we actually, yesterday, 2 days ago.
It was yesterday.
Got in the mail. Yeah, yesterday morning. 1-by-1 section samples of
you did get them now.
all of the different dance floors so we can see the middles and then the edging. So they actually offer gold edging, not just silver.
But I know silver's kind of coming back.
Yeah.
So we really need help figuring out which
I like the silver.
Yeah, that's the one winning on the poll right now.
Yeah.
We have a poll out there, so go vote if you want to.
And I'll link a poll down below in the description, so make sure you go do that too.
Yeah, vote which one. It's kind of, you kind of want to keep them all the same, but you know, gold's pretty classy with like
the white
and the black. It's kind of rich looking, and then there's the silver.
But on the wooden, I like the silver.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of,
it's hard.
It is hard. Yeah.
And we stood there for a good probably 20 minutes talking to her and trying to figure out which one was the best.
Then she's like, oh, I gotta show you this picture I took at this event I was at because I'd never seen a dance floor like this before. And it was the walnut and white check dance floor. And we're like, oh yeah, we do that all the time.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, I wish I would have like showed her a picture of one of ours, but I didn't at the time. You didn't think about it because she was looking for her picture. But yeah, she was pretty impressed that we did the white and walnut checked and not just black and white checked. So
yeah.
And we did like wedding dress preservation. They had some booths there, so like they'll preserve your wedding dress. So we have information for that we'll put on there.
And if you guys ever have questions, just comment or email us. And we can
chances are we probably
probably
know a vendor. Or so if you're looking for something specific, ask if we have any contacts.
So what is one thing you guys each learned in the seminars that you're like, whoa, this is super cool, and I'm so glad I came here to learn this?
So I went to a lot of the social media seminars, and I learned like that if you edit your video or post or whatever in that social media platform and then post it from that social media platform, it's more likely to do better than if you were to say edit something in TikTok and then post that video to Instagram Reels, because they're trying to promote their social media platform, so they're gonna promote videos made
their algorithms. And I did learn that one too, and we never talked about that, so I'm really glad that you learned that in yours too.
It was very interesting. And they also, someone said that it doesn't matter exactly like what time of days, like you don't have to hit like specifically at 6 o'clock. It's not going to matter that much, but it does help a little bit to get at specific times, because yesterday I posted a video, I think like 2:30, and it bombed. It was so bad compared to the other ones.
We've learned with our D&S crowd that you do it early in the morning, like at 6 before people go to work, or at night when they're back home from work.
Right.
So then one of the things I learned, he was actually, I think it was the CEO or some bigger wig for the Knot. And then he's done a bunch of different things. But now he does speaking and stuff and has his own like AI written many books. So I learned a lot about AI from him. Like so much I can't even tell you what I all learned. He went so fast though, because like the seminars are only like 45 minutes.
Some of them are not long enough.
They're not long enough, yeah. And they're trying to give you all this information. So all I could do, like I couldn't write anything fast enough. And that's how I learned the most, is like writing. So I'm like taking screenshots of all his slides. Like everybody does it. He's like, oh, yep, I see the cameras going up. Everybody get it? Oh, the camera. He's like, you can see the whole crowd. But yeah, he was super interesting. I bought 2 books from him. But his was like, he would say like this AI is good for like Chat GPT is good for this thing, and Gemini is good for this one. Like, he had a list and a chart made of what to use the certain ones for. And then that you can put your, like, give ChatGPT your reviews, like, take your reviews off your website and then be like, okay, give me like 3 words that best describe us that people are saying about us. And it'll actually use real world, like real life words. So I did that already for one of our things. And then just, you can also do it like, give us 500 words about people, how they describe us or that. And then you can take those reviews and the reviews of another, like your competitor, and you can ask it to put it in a chart of like, give it the things you want. Yeah. So you can compare it so people can see like D&S does really good with this, or I'm going to say Vent Essentials because they're huge in Madison area. They do really good at this. And do we match? Do we both do it good, or is one better than the other?
Right.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And ask like, what's your competitors do really good in, like it's amazing. Like ChatGPT can do so much stuff. It basically can do all your research that you would have to do that would take you hours in like less than 30 seconds.
Yeah. And so
it
just
crazy.
Speeds up our process.
Yeah.
On how to
so things. That was one of my goals that I really wanted to learn, was a lot more about AI, but I also learned, which I know you ladies in the office aren't going to like as much, text messaging is a big thing nowadays with Gen Z and millennials. They like instant text messages that come through short, sweet type things.
Yeah, that would make sense though, because I mean, if I get a message, I'm more likely to look at a text message because it has like the little blurb at the top than like an email. It
comes through, you part of it you read right away when it comes through. And emails, they were like saying it's like 10% of people with emails actually read them, where text is like 85% or something. Because emails, everybody's got like hundreds of emails in their inboxes, and they're always thrown with so much stuff in them. So,
or like you have a separate email for spam and stuff, and then like
yes,
then you're not gonna check it,
and that's why we see a lot of people actually have separate emails just for weddings.
Yeah, a lot of people do make a wedding email.
Which definitely I think is smart because it's not getting lost in all your other stuff.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense actually.
One of the things I think you guys are looking into is like wedding day insurance. What did you guys find out about that?
Yeah, there was like 3 vendors there, and that was one thing. David actually came up to see if they were there. But I've asked insurances around here, and they don't really do it. So this was super cool. They actually cover insurance for your wedding day. So, and a lot of people are, always worry about the weather with the tents. Like it is a factor, but if a storm comes and like there's a tornado or something big and you can't use your outdoor venue or anything, it covers you. And so it's something that the client purchases. And I think that one guy said it was like $80. So it's just super cheap for just a peace of mind of like, it's covered just in case. Yeah. So if that would happen, they would cover like the costs that you all incurred. So like you could just change your date and redo everything a different time. So yeah, it's just peace of mind, I think.
So can we do it through our business and they would get a discount? Or
yeah, one of them did say that. So they're sending me information, and we'll probably put all 3 of them on our website just so that they can shop around and see which one's better for their needs or whatever. But I know one of them said that they'll give us a link to put on there through us, and then they save like 10% if they actually go through us.
Oh, neat.
So, and I think they did that for one of the
Flowers
did that too. They if you come and go off our link from our website, you get a discount.
10% off. I think you guys talked about looking into that.
Yeah. They like to do it with a lot of people, so it's gonna be definitely something interesting to look into.
Yeah, it'd be something cool to offer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So look for that on our website, or ask if you have questions about that, and we can.
Yeah, and there were some. Okay, sorry. Going off of the insurance and going back to the flower stuff and those kind of vendors, there were some live painters there, cartoonists. This one lady, she made some bougie looking cartoons. They were kind of fun, and so you could schedule a time at the bridal show. Unfortunately, we were too late, so we didn't get one. But
first year, we didn't know that all these things to schedule. Like they even do free headshots there, and all this stuff. So we're learning. Next time we go, we'll be getting our scheduling, our stuff in.
Yeah.
So
So
That's
that was
cool.
really cool. And then there was this other live painter, and he would. Were they kind of cartoon looking, or were
so
they?
there were like two
No,
kind
they
of
were
cartoon
more
and one real.
realistic.
Yep.
And he even does like if you don't want just like people, he'll do the background of your wedding or like your
scenery.
wedding venue.
That's
And
super
that
cool.
was really cool.
And all of them, if you don't want to pay for them to be live at your wedding or your event, you can send them pictures and they'll do them off of the pictures too.
And it's cheaper then.
Yeah, because you're not paying for their travel, like for them to come.
Because they'll even fly out.
Yeah, to be
which
at
is
your
crazy.
wedding.
But yeah,
The
and
one
it
guy
sounds
sounded like he
expensive.
did a lot of like destination, a lot of Hawaii stuff.
Yeah, that's what his paintings looked like too.
Yeah.
So, but
I don't know if it was
cool.
his wife or the lady with him. Kind of looked like she was Hawaiian.
she said it. She said she was his wife. So.
Yeah. Okay. So
Mhm.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we learned a lot. Overwhelming, but it's great. Like we needed to. It's very informative. I'm glad we went. Like it definitely was worth it.
It was definitely worth it. But since like there wasn't a specific category for us, I think it's gonna be better for us specifically to go every other year because like the AI and the posting and social media stuff that changes. But I think in 2 years it'll change enough for us to have to go
again.
To go again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
for
they're-
sure.
So they did a deal for their tickets for previous ones, and we got 2 more tickets, and they last for 2026 and 2027. So
if we don't go in 2026, we
yeah.
can
We can still
roll them
use
over to
it.
2027.
So we're
And it's not like name based. So like if I can't go, I could give it.
we could go.
You guys could
Yeah.
go. So
Then we could.
that
go to
might be a little
Magic
scary. Yes. Beth did get tickets to Magic Mike for us while we were there. So
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Like your shoes.
oh yes, exactly.
Oh my God. I did the one thing you're not supposed to do while traveling. I brought brand new shoes, and they rubbed my heels so bad. So then I brought another pair of sandals too, but they weren't my main ones because they were falling apart.
They were from her mom's closet. That were
and
old.
been in there for like 15 years probably.
Probably.
And I didn't realize they were this bad, but at the end of the first day that I wore them, they started dry rotting under, and like the waffle little grips, like little sections of that were falling
coming
off.
off.
Like I'm sure I was leaving a trail behind me. Like, oh, there she goes, the lady with the crap shoes. It was so bad.
In her defense, we went early, and she bought them at Mall of America. So we went because our flight was really early in the morning
Not
on
the
Sunday.
sandals, but
Not the sandals, the flats.
Yes.
So she was hoping, took them, but she did have her backup plan.
Yeah.
They did not look like they were falling apart, though, the
No,
sandals,
they looked
until you
good.
wore them the first day.
The last day I was wearing them, like the one was almost sitting on my foot sideways because it was just
Like the back as she walked, you could see all these pieces
Oh my
in her
goodness.
heel. Yeah, they didn't come home with us.
No,
No,
they're-
they stayed there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was quite an adventure. But we used the monorail, so I'm pretty sure that saved me because my shoes would not have made it the blocks. We would have had to walk otherwise.
Right.
But it's cheaper to get the monorail online than just paying like at the little stations.
yes.
So if you need go to
It was
Vegas,
good. Like
you
we
could.
stayed at the Sahara Hotel, and so the convention center was just 2 stops away, and then you could go all the way down the strip wherever. So it was great, and it's actually very fast.
It was very fast, and it was very like nice and clean.
Yeah.
There wasn't any like you go to New York sometimes and like we went and we seen like a rat running in like the little tracks.
Oh yeah, we did. And you're right.
And that
with a chicken bone.
It was kind of funny to watch. But there's none of that and stuff. So like you feel
it's all above ground.
Yeah.
So it's
especially if it's your first time going on like a tram.
Yeah.
And you get to see while you're doing out the windows because it's above ground or whatever.
Yeah, you get to see the big sphere that changes. I don't know what that's called.
Sphere.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa. Imagine that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So.
And we did go see a couple shows there.
Yeah.
Because we had some extra time. So we went and saw
Circus Olay.
Yeah, Circus Olay. Vegas.com, if you're not aware, learned this while we were there, has last minute tickets, so they're cheaper than if you would just buy them ahead of time or something. So we went to, I think it's called, I don't know if it's K or K.
Yeah.
It's the Circus Olay that actually tells a story, so that was kind of neat.
And they had like a tilting stage. Like,
yeah.
Have you seen those videos where the stage tilts straight up and they're
straight
held
up
by like little pegs?
And they're like swinging from peg to peg, doing all these like tricks, and
it was really cool.
Yeah.
And then they were like swinging across the auditorium and the stage on like wires. It was crazy. And when you first start walking in, they're like swinging and they're like yelling and stuff, and it was like
some of them were like you'd walk in and they'd come like right by your head, like they scared the one guy really bad because he didn't know that.
I think I missed that.
Okay, yeah.
That's funny.
And they like whoop or whatever, and they did it right as they passed him, and I mean, yeah. So that was our first show, and then the second show,
Magic Mike, had to go, had to see some good looking abs.
Yep. So we did do that. Brought home a little souvenirs for Katie and Lucy.
Maybe it might have been a calendar.
We wanted them to feel like they were a part of it too.
Yeah.
Although I see Lucy left hers on her computer.
I did not mean to. I will say I did see Colton and I was like, oh, Beth got me a gift and I forgot it. I was going to show you.
Katie's like, I think this is going in my laundry room.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
that's funny.
We did. We had a really good time. It was fun.
A lot of time. But I know while we were busy, you were also busy.
Yeah, so I did the Mad City Bridal Show in Madison. It was at the Doubletree Hilton in by the mall on the east side.
Yep.
So that was really cool. I think it started at like 11:30 and went to about 3. My mom actually came with me.
Yes.
Second
awesome.
show, she's done with me now. So that's always fun. Yeah, there was pretty great people there. Shout out to, I think it's Bader Fairy Tale Weddings. I think that's their name. Sorry if I got that wrong. But they brought their dog, and he is like the best marketing tool out there.
We got
4 doodle dogs, so we might have to do that one of these times. I'm sure you may have heard them in the background.
Yeah. They're kind of running around. So if there's any weird noises, that's them.
Yeah. But yeah, their dog was so well trained. They had like a rug, and it just stayed on the rug, and then it would like lay on the ground, and they'd put like a book in front of it so that he could sign like contracts, like pretend to sign contracts. It was super cute.
That is cute.
So everyone was drawn into them right away. It was like not fair at all.
They know how to market.
I'm pretty sure everyone stopped there whether they needed that or not.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to steal that.
Yeah. That's funny.
So your mom is actually pretty good at doing bridal shows, though, for not like working for us. She's good.
So all 3 of her kids have worked here now, so she kind of hears everything when we go home and talk about work, so she kind of like knows the background. And then like if I'm talking to someone, she's really good about grabbing the people, pulling them in, and then she keeps them busy till I can fill in and talk to them more in depth about things, so that's really great.
That's nice.
But yeah, come visit us at bridal shows because you could get things for free if you sign up for a meeting. Doesn't mean you're obligated to book with us, but if you do end up booking with us, you'll get a value of something about $150 for free, so that's super cool. Saves you a little bit of money.
Yeah.
What are those things?
The love sign, whiskey barrel table, a farm table with risers so that you can put like your cupcakes and different things on it.
Cupcakes,
and
cookies.
then and then games, which obviously one game isn't $150, so you get to pick like between 3 or 4 games.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah,
that's
so
pretty cool.
And they're all outdoor games, so they're bigger, so like people love to play them.
Yeah,
just especially if you have like kids or like a younger crowd.
Yeah, even teenagers or even just young adults, they all have fun doing it.
Cornhole, Connect 4, Giant Jenga.
Yeah,
we have a bunch of different games.
We even have axe throwing. So
we do.
Kind of fun.
We do.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
I'm terrible at it.
You can't throw it really hard or it bounces off. That's what people are like. We couldn't get him to stick. We were throwing it really hard. Well, you can't. It's got to be not
You
super
just gotta,
hard
like,
at it.
throw it normal. Like,
Yeah,
not
like
chuck it.
whip it at it. So yeah.
That's funny. So
Yep.
yeah.
But I have to say, I do think you should have your mom on here as a
Oh,
guest.
I
For
did
sure.
Yeah.
tell her that eventually she is going to be one of my
Yeah,
guests,
because she's
so.
had all three of your kids have worked for us. She's done stuff for the bridal shows. I think just having that
Yeah.
perspective
Yeah.
would be kind of cool.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. So
Awesome.
speaking of bridal shows, I know we're doing one on March 1st.
Yes.
So
Yes.
come and see us then. We are offering tickets for free online, so get your tickets now.
Yep.
But if you just find out about it March 1st, you can come at the doors and it will be $10 a person.
Yep.
And then we're offering something, we just decided this was something we learned at our convention.
Yep.
That we're going to offer VIP, so they're going to get an hour all by themselves, like just
Champagne.
the VIP people in the room checking out the vendors.
Yeah,
so
so
it
you're won't be
busy
so
or
crowded.
anything.
So what are we offering these people?
Like you said, champagne. We're going to have little goodie bags with some extra stuff for them.
Special
and
tote.
then,
Yep. Tote bag.
What was the other
And
thing?
so like their tickets we're debating between 25 and 35 for the brides, because they'll get the bag and everything, and then their guests that they bring. So if they bring their moms
Maid
or
of
their
honor.
yep, probably the groom even, because the groom probably won't. They both won't get a bag.
Yeah.
Those would be like 15. They'd still get to come in early. They'd get the champagne still,
But they're not going to get the goodie bag with the gifts and the information.
Right,
in it,
exactly.
so.
Yep.
So that will have to be purchased ahead of time, just so we know how much champagne and bags
Yes.
and all that kind of stuff to get. So
Yep. So that
just
won't
keep
be.
that in mind and watch for us to post about that.
Yep. That should be coming out within the next week or two.
Yeah.
Probably closer to the next week.
Mm-hmm.
Where you can get those.
Now, I do know we still have some space available for booths.
Yes.
And we can, even like the trucks, aren't we letting them drive trailers in or
Yeah,
something?
so we only have room for a certain amount of like trailers to come in. So if you have like a food trailer or like you have a bar trailer or anything that you want to like bring in, because that's what you usually use, you're more than welcome to bring it in. We just need to know so that we can accommodate that for you. And we are limited to so many. So.
Yep, because it can only be in certain spots in that room.
Yeah, so
let us
know as soon as possible, because we do want you to come. So
yeah, and if we do fill out the up inside, sorry, they do have an area right outside that you can still come.
Okay.
Or you can park your trailer outside and lock it, and then have your own booth inside. And if someone wants to see it, you can just tell them where it's parked so they can walk out there. And
or you can take them out there.
Yeah.
And if you are one that is like that, then we'll have your booth right next to the door to walk out, so that you can take them out to see it
close.
too.
Yeah. Yep.
So we're offering 2 booth sizes, an 8x10 and then an 8x20.
Yep.
But will we make it to specific
So
sizes?
if you
too?
have, like, we've had some people come to us and say we need a 10x10 because that's the size tent that we're putting in there, or that's just what we built our stuff to fit in. If you guys need that, let us know. We'll accommodate you, but we have to know ahead of time. So.
Yeah, because just the way the aisles go, in order to have enough room to walk through, we needed to do the 8 feet. But we can definitely do like corners or the edges, or we could make bigger. Yeah,
we can make certain spots bigger. So
just
let us know.
I will link all the information down below in the description, along with links to get tickets or fill out a contract for a booth too.
Yep.
So we have.
And you can find everything just on D&S Party Time Rentals website. We have everything in there for you to find. Tickets for the bride and groom, vendor information, pretty much anything's on there. So just go on there. You can find it all. Or we have a Facebook page too. It's on D&S's Facebook page. It's also on our event page for Dell's Wedding Extravaganza. So you can find it all there as well.
Many places from so much information.
We're giving away $500 cash.
We are.
We're giving away 20 by 40 tent rental, or if you are renting like a big wedding, $500 off your package if you want to do that instead of the 20 by 40 tent.
Yeah.
We have some other smaller giveaways that we're doing.
So maybe I want to get married.
You gotta find yourself a man.
That's why she went to Magic Mike.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah. But we're also doing bridal shows that aren't ours. We're going to the Wed Planning in Madison, their bridal show. That's January 10th and 11th in Madison at the Lion Energy Center. And then we're doing the following Sunday in La Crosse, the 18th, their bridal show. So all three of those, you can come and sign up for a meeting with us, and then you can get your free items that way. Those meetings are very nonchalant. You're not like booking anything. You don't have to book with us. It's really just a way for you to get more information from us where there's not so many people around, or you have more time to ask your questions.
When you're not so overwhelmed, because bridal shows are very overwhelming. There's so much information being thrown at you at once, and you're just like, I don't know what to do with all this.
Yeah.
So
that would make sense.
Yeah.
Makes it a lot easier.
It's not only overwhelming for you guys, it gets to be overwhelming for the vendors too. So we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's just more of a relaxed place where we can just actually have a conversation.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yep. And we can do those meetings. They do not have to be in person. We can do phone calls. We can do Zoom meetings. You could come in person, especially because our office is almost done.
Yes.
Yeah. They have come really far in the last couple days.
They have. It's even insulated.
Yeah, drywall is going up on Saturday.
Monday, all of the wiring was not done yet.
No.
It's done, or pretty darn close.
No insulation was done.
No insulation was done. That's done, except for the roof, the ceiling. We're so close. And drywall's getting put up this weekend. It's getting exciting.
I'm so excited.
It's going to be a very Merry Christmas for us.
The heaters are in, so we'll have heat. So that's great.
You guys won't be freezing your tootsies off.
So, you guys went to IKEA on the way back from your
We
trip.
did.
Yeah.
Yep, because our hotel, and the airport is all right there by Mall of America and the big one. So we went to IKEA, bought some bougie desks for us.
They move up and down, so
they're
can stand.
Motorized, not like a crank or a pull up. They're like push a button and it raises or it lowers.
No, we were looking at one of those stand-up desks that you crank. It took forever.
Yeah, we didn't get that. We would have been cranking and our computer would fall off.
Yeah, well, and it wasn't so, I was like, a crank would be better than just pulling it up, right? Because, the cranker was, it was more cost effective. I will give it that. So then I'm like, Beth, we can do that. I mean, it looked nice, and we could do that, and she's sitting there cranking, and she's cranking and cranking and cranking, and it's barely moving, and I'm like, I mean...
I was like, is it up
there? I'm going to have to pay them 15 minutes just to move their desk up and down. Right, we would never change it. So
we would never use it if we had that, because it'd just be a pain in the butt.
The motorized one, it's like, and it's done. So it's like,
and we have new chairs now. Katie and I've been needing new chairs forever.
Yeah,
they are falling apart.
It's what we keep saying is we're just gonna wait for the office. We're gonna stay with this until the office is done.
We want new and exciting things.
Yes,
for the office.
And everything's in our living room right now.
Yes.
So there's a lot of traffic in there, so we don't want anything to get broken or messed up. So
and people sit on them all the time. That's
we'll save it for the office. But now the office is actually coming.
And our Christmas tree is probably gonna fit in our living room.
That's so exciting. We haven't had a Christmas tree that fit nicely.
Right, without having to rearrange and be like, we gotta move Lucy's desk to the kitchen table for the month of December. So it'll be nice. Yeah, it'll be great.
Super exciting.
Yep.
Going back to the wedding show, one more thing that we just did find out for vendors: if you're traveling a long ways, the Wilderness is offering deals on hotel rooms, and they do come with 1 to 4 water park tickets. So if you have kids and your husband wants to come with, or just someone wants to come with, they're welcome to come with. They do get water park tickets with the room, so that's kind of super cool. There's a different rate for Saturday night versus Sunday night, so just reach out to us about it, and we can get that information to you, and then we'll let you know how to book that room with the deal.
That's nice. So then the people you bring can stay busy while you're busy too.
Yeah. And what kid doesn't want to go to a water park?
Right. Exactly. You can make it a family trip and not just you having to be away from your family.
Right. Yeah.
That's nice.
And speaking of booths, the early bird special is over because that went till November 1st. But in a little bit, we're going to run another deal where even if you've booked with us in the past and you paid full price, like if you bring us a vendor, you can get $100 off.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you'll go back to that early bird special for a little bit. So watch for that special too if you're a vendor. That'll be coming out within the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for this bridal show. It's the
I know.
first one we're doing. And
yeah.
We want it to go well, so brides, grooms, vendors, reach out to us.
Hopefully you're hearing our advertisement on the radio. That'll start to come to be more often.
Yeah. Yep, that'll be running until the show, so that's super exciting.
And I have to say, I feel like we're doing, like, getting people coming in, like, better than, like, I thought we would. So that's good.
We have quite a few vendors, so that's super exciting. Like, the room is filling up, so if you're a vendor and you want a spot, you need to reach out to us now because the room's filling up very fast.
Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, we can overflow into the hallway. We have talked to them about that. But
but if you want to be in the room, you better contact us now.
Yep. And one of the booths that were at that wedding show, the one in Vegas that we went to, is for just people who put on wedding shows. So we did stop and talk to them, and that's where we did get the VIP idea from. And they gave us some really good tips and pointers.
Full of information. I have like a whole I had to grab a sheet of paper from somebody else, and I have a whole list. It would be cool
just to like do a Zoom meeting with them when we have questions.
Well, and they said like you have to put on a show first, and then you can join and be a member of their group, and they have monthly meetings to discuss stuff and
that's
Zoom meetings and stuff. Yeah. So
after March 1st, we can join them.
Yep. Get all kinds of tips and tricks.
They don't have anybody like in our area.
Yeah, like some of the bigger ones, like they didn't recognize, so I'm not sure if they actually do.
Yeah, so we might be the first in the area.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
absolutely. So
exciting
stuff coming up.
I think we're gonna end it there.
Thank you for joining us on Beyond the Party. See you next time.
Bye.